Unseen Europe beckons beyond guides, influencer lists. While millions flock to Paris, Rome, and Barcelona, a world of hidden gems waits quietly untouched, unspoiled, and bursting with authenticity. If you've ever dreamed of discovering the real Europe without the crowds, then this journey is for you. These are places where history whispers through cobblestone streets and locals greet you like family. Let's start unveiling Europe's most underrated cities. First stop, Gjirokastër, Albania. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is often called the Stone City for a reason. Perched on the side of a mountain, its gray stone houses, fortress-like architecture, and slate roofs create a mystical, timeless look. Gjirokastër's old bazaar feels like stepping into a Balkan fairy tale, with handcrafted goods, traditional foods, and the sound of Albanian folk music echoing through the air. Climb to the 12th century Gjirokastër fortress and enjoy panoramic views of the Drino Valley, all while exploring tunnels and exhibits from Albania's tumultuous past. Next, we head north to Plovdiv, Bulgaria, Europe's oldest, continuously inhabited city. Older than Athens and Rome, Plovdiv layers Roman ruins, Ottoman mosques, and colorful Bulgarian revival architecture in one dazzling display. The Roman amphitheater, still used for concerts today, sits dramatically on a hill overlooking the city. Kapana, the city's creative district, buzzes with art galleries, street murals, and cozy cafes. It's a city where ancient stone meets modern Suland, yet few tourists ever make it here. Then there's Český Krumlov, Czech Republic, a picture-perfect medieval town nestled in a curve of the Vltava River. Though not entirely unknown, it's often overshadowed by nearby Prague. But Český Krumlov is pure magic. The town is wrapped around a stunning castle complex, the second largest in the Czech Republic, complete with Baroque gardens and a unique revolving theater. At dusk, the whole town glows under the soft orange of the setting sun, as if frozen in time. Further west, Tavira, Portugal invites you to slow down. Located in the eastern Algarve, Tavira escapes the tourist crowds that flood the region's more commercial beaches. Here, you'll find charming whitewashed houses, a medieval castle ruin, and an old Roman bridge stretching across the Gilaun River. The town is sprinkled with 37 churches and countless plazas, where time seems to pause. Take a short ferry to Praia de Tavira, a quiet island beach that feels like your own private escape. Let's also travel to Lecce, Italy, often called the Florence of the South. This city in the heel of Italy's boot is an architectural masterpiece. Lecce's buildings are carved from soft, golden limestone known as Lecce stone, and its Baroque facades are among the most ornate in Europe. Unlike the packed piazzas of Venice or Milan, here you can wander undisturbed, sipping espresso at a sun-drenched cafe or exploring hidden alleys that lead to forgotten churches and vibrant local life. And now, to a city that barely registers on most travelers' radar, Lviv, Ukraine. This is one of Eastern Europe's most atmospheric cities, with a rich blend of Central European, Jewish, and Slavic influences. Lviv's old town is a maze of cobbled lanes, pastel-colored buildings, and elegant coffee houses that recall Vienna or Krakow, but without the crowd. Its history is complex and sometimes dark, but its resilience, culture, and warmth make it a standout. These hidden treasures remind us that Europe's soul doesn't always reside in the obvious places. It's in the stories whispered in small alleyways, the aroma of street food in markets untouched by tourism, and the smiles of locals proud of their heritage. In these cities, you won't find long lines or overpriced menus. You'll find memories that last a lifetime. So, if you're tired of the usual and ready to uncover the exceptional, stay with us. In the next chapter, we'll take you deeper into the heart of Europe to discover more cities that quietly steal your breath away. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to wander through a European city where no one expects you to be a tourist, where there's no rush, no lines, and no selfie sticks in sight? These are the cities where you can truly breathe, connect, and feel a destination rather than just check it off a list. Let's continue our journey through Europe's most underrated destinations, where authenticity still thrives and beauty hides in plain sight. Our first stop in this chapter is Timișoara, Romania's city that's quietly earning the nickname Little Vienna. With its colorful Austro-Hungarian architecture, vibrant art scene, and youthful energy, Timișoara feels like a secret waiting to be shared. It was the first city in Europe to have electric street lighting and played a pivotal role in the Romanian Revolution of 1989. Wander through Union Square, relax in one of the leafy parks, or explore the underground art spaces. And the best part? It still feels undiscovered. Next up is Aarhus, Denmark, a compact coastal city blending Viking history with contemporary Scandinavian cool. While Copenhagen grabs the headlines, Aarhus offers cobbled streets, innovative museums, and a dynamic culinary scene. The Aros Art Museum, with its rainbow-colored rooftop walkways, a must-see, and the nearby Latin Quarter is filled with indie shops, cozy cafes, and a charm that feels both hip and historic. Aarhus is where old-world soul meets modern design, wrapped in a welcoming, walkable layout. Heading southeast, we find Trento, Italy, tucked away in the shadow of the Dolomites. Far from the tourist buzz of Rome or Venice, Trento surprises visitors with its Renaissance architecture, alpine scenery, and sophisticated vibe. The city blends Italian flair with Austrian influence, evident in everything from its cuisine to its culture. Visit Buonconsiglio Castle, sip locally produced Trento Dock sparkling wine, and stroll along the Adige River while the mountains watch over you. From the mountains to the plains, we arrive in Pécs, Hungary city, with more than 2,000 years of history. Roman ruins, early Christian tombs, Ottoman mosques, and Baroque palaces all share space in this little-known Hungarian treasure. Pécs is a UNESCO City of Peace, and it feels exactly like that: peaceful, poetic, and profoundly historical. The Zolnay Cultural Quarter blends creativity and heritage, and the city's rich art scene pulses through its streets and squares. Now let's head west to Metz, France, a city often bypassed for its more famous neighbors like Strasbourg or Nancy. But Metz is a revelation. It boasts a Gothic cathedral that's among the tallest in Europe, medieval bridges spanning the Moselle River, and beautiful botanical gardens. Yet it's the atmosphere elegant, serene, and slightly melancholic that makes Metz unforgettable. Don't leave without trying a slice of quiche Lorraine in its birthplace. Then there's Kaunas, Lithuania, a city that's coming into its own. Named a European capital of culture, Kaunas surprises visitors with its interwar modernist architecture, bustling pedestrian streets, and quirky street art. The city feels youthful and experimental, with cafes tucked into old courtyards and a growing creative energy. Explore the Kaunas Castle, walk along the confluence of the Niemen and Neris rivers, and discover why this lesser-known Lithuanian gem is finally getting the recognition it deserves. Finally, we make our way to Segovia, Spain, a fairy tale town rising above the plains of Castile. Most people visit nearby Madrid or Toledo, but Segovia offers its own kind of magic and ancient Roman aqueduct, a storybook castle said to have inspired Walt Disney, and narrow streets that transport you back in time. Try the famous cochinillo, roast, suckling pig, served crispy and carved with a plate. It's an experience you won't forget. Each of these cities brings something uniquely powerful to the European landscape, whether it's a forgotten story, an overlooked cultural treasure, or simply the joy of walking without a map. They remind us that you don't have to follow the crowds to have a meaningful adventure. In fact, sometimes the road less traveled leads to the most unforgettable discoveries. We're only halfway through our journey across Europe's most underrated cities. Stay with us, because in Chapter 3, we'll explore more places that prove beauty doesn't need a spotlight to shine. What if your most memorable European adventure isn't in the places everyone talks about, but in the ones no one does? Forget the postcard cities in the top 10 lists. Magic thrives in quiet towns, cities that deserve notice. In this chapter, we journey to some of Europe's most underrated destinations, where timeless beauty and rich culture await just off the beaten path. Let's begin in Kotor, Montenegro, a walled city nestled along the Bay of Kotor, often compared to a fjord for its dramatic beauty. While nearby Dubrovnik steals the spotlight, Kotor remains a hidden jewel. Its labyrinth of medieval alleys, ancient churches, and fortress walls transport you back centuries. Climb the steep stairs to the Castle of San Giovanni, and you'll be rewarded with a breathtaking view of the bay, red rooftops, and surrounding mountains. Kotor is where serenity and story collide. Next, we venture into the heart of Osijek, Croatia, a city that rarely makes travel headlines, but quietly impresses everyone who visits. Located near the Hungarian border in the Slavonia region, Osijek offers a peaceful alternative to Croatia's coastal hotspots. Its 18th century Tour de Fortress complex is one of the best preserved in Europe, and its leafy promenades along the Drava River are perfect for quiet contemplation. With fewer tourists, you'll find welcoming locals, hearty cuisine, and a pace of life that encourages you to slow down and savor. Traveling north, we find Erfurt, Germany, a perfectly preserved medieval town that seems lifted straight from a fairy tale. Located in central Germany, Erfurt is often skipped in favor of Berlin or Munich, but it shouldn't be. Its half-timbered houses, arched stone bridges, and towering cathedral make it one of the most picturesque cities in the country. The Kramerbrücke, or Merchant's Bridge, is a rare Gema bridge lined with houses and shops that has been continuously inhabited for centuries. Erfurt's charm is subtle, yet unforgettable. Now let's journey east to Oradea, Romania, a city that will leave you wondering how it's managed to stay under the radar. Oradea dazzles with Art Nouveau architecture that rivals Paris, a revitalized city center full of color, and thermal spas that add a wellness twist to your trip. The city's transformation in recent years is nothing short of remarkable, blending old-world charm with a modern, walkable layout. Grab a pastry in Union Square, watch the sunset behind the Black Eagle Palace, and enjoy the peaceful rhythm of this rising star. From Romania, we move to Torun, Poland, the birthplace of Nicolaus Copernicus and one of the best preserved medieval towns in Europe. This Gothic wonderland is often overlooked in favor of Krakow or Warsaw, but Torun holds its own with pride. The Old Town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known for its brick churches, city walls, and delicious gingerbread tradition. At night, the softly lit streets feel cinematic, and during the day, the peaceful Vistula River glistens in the sun. Further south, discover Ronda, Spain, perched dramatically above a gorge in the Andalusian hills. Though it's gaining popularity, Ronda is still underappreciated considering its breathtaking setting. The Puente Nuevo Bridge connects the two halves of the town across a 120-meter deep chasm, offering one of the most jaw-dropping views in Europe. Moorish architecture, romantic plazas, and echoes of Hemingway's footsteps make Ronda a place where history, culture, and scenery come together in perfect harmony. Finally, we step into Fribourg, Switzerland, city few tourists mention, but those who do visit never forget. Built along a steep gorge carved by the serene river, Fribourg boasts a stunning old town, Gothic cathedrals, and over a dozen historic bridges. It's a French-speaking part of Switzerland that blends medieval charm with peaceful modernity. Walk along the city walls, visit the 13th century towers, and enjoy fondue in one of its many hidden restaurants. Fribourg is quiet, but its beauty speaks volumes. These cities don't shout, they whisper, and those whispers are powerful enough to pull you in, slow your step, and open your heart to the kind of travel experience that lasts long after the photos fade. In a world racing toward the next big thing, these places invite you to pause and truly connect with the people, the past, and yourself. There's still one more chapter to go. Stay with us as we reveal the final hidden gems that complete our list of Europe's most underrated cities. You won't want to miss what's next. What if the perfect European escape wasn't where everyone else was going, but somewhere completely unexpected? The kind of city you stumble upon and instantly wonder why it's not world famous. These are places untouched by tourist crowds, where you can still hear the heartbeat of local life, taste authentic cuisine, and explore history without a filter. In this final chapter, we complete our journey through the 22 most underrated cities in Europe, hidden treasures, waiting for you to discover them. Let's start in Ghent. Belgium, often overshadowed by nearby Bruges or Brussels, but arguably even more captivating. Ghent is a medieval masterpiece, wrapped in modern creativity. Its canals, Gothic towers, and centuries-old guild houses are picture-perfect. Yet the city remains refreshingly unpretentious. It's also a university town, which gives it a youthful, energetic vibe. Don't miss the stunning St. Bavo's Cathedral or the mysterious Adoration of the Mystic Lamb painting, one of the most stolen artworks in history. Take a boat tour at sunset, and you'll understand why Ghent deserves far more attention than it gets. Next, we head to Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina, a city that tells stories with every stone. The iconic Stari Most Bridge arches high over the Neretva Rivera, symbol of both unity and resilience. Mostar's Ottoman-influenced architecture, its cobbled bazaar, and the fusion of Eastern and Western cultures make it feel like a living museum. While the scars of past conflict are still visible, so is the strength of the human spirit. With fewer crowds than the coastal cities, Mostar offers a deeply emotional, beautiful, and unforgettable experience. From the Balkans, we travel northwest to Zaragoza, Spain, one of the country's best-kept secrets. Located between Madrid and Barcelona, Zaragoza is often passed through but rarely explored, and that's a mistake. The city is bursting with history from Roman ruins to Moorish palaces, and one of Spain's most iconic landmarks, the Basilica del Pilar, rising majestically along the Ebro River. The local cuisine, especially tapas and regional wines, is exceptional, and with far fewer tourists, Zaragoza lets you enjoy Spain on your own terms, authentic, flavorful, and full of surprises. Further north, we arrive in Groningen, Netherlands, a lively university city that blends tradition with trendiness. Often skipped for Amsterdam or Rotterdam, Groningen is a hidden gem with charming canals, bike-friendly streets, and a thriving art and music scene. The Martini Toren, the tallest church tower in the city, offers panoramic views, while the futuristic Groningen Museum challenges perceptions with bold, creative exhibitions. It's youthful, vibrant, and refreshingly local, a true glimpse into modern Dutch life beyond the postcard cliches. Next, let's explore Cluj-Napoca, Romania, the unofficial capital of Transylvania. While Dracula myths draw people to the region, Cluj is far more than spooky folklore. It's a dynamic city filled with art, history, and youthful energy. With its stunning Baroque architecture, lively student population, and trendy cafes, Cluj feels both historic and forward-thinking. Explore Central Park, visit St. Michael's Church, and dive into one of Eastern Europe's most promising cultural scenes without the crowds or inflated prices. Finally, we end our journey in Perugia, Italia hilltop city in the heart of Umbria that exudes charm and character. Known for its chocolate and jazz festivals, Perugia is also a cultural powerhouse with ancient Etruscan walls, winding stone streets, and sweeping views of the Umbrian countryside. The city pulses with student life thanks to the University for Foreigners, making it a perfect blend of old and new. Sip an espresso in the main piazza, watch the locals gather for evening strolls, and you'll feel completely at home in this quiet Italian gem.